Hello everybody, this is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back with more Kirby, more commentary, and another topic for everybody. Oh, what's this? Burning, churning power plant. Okay, let's roll. Well, everybody, let's talk about today's topic. And today's topic is the red pill. Now, I'm going to go over the origins of the red pill. Now, the origin of the red pill was originally a movie reference from The Matrix, which is basically go how far down do you want to go the rabbit hole to find the truth. And heck, this is even kind of mentioned in Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes movie, in the fact that Holmes sits there and says, "Ah, yes, I went down the rabbit hole of this secret society, and even though I have dirtied my fluffy white little tail, I have emerged enlightened." And, this was the original concept of the red pill, to actually see what was really going on in the world and actually see the truth of the matter. Now, I'm not going to sit here and, go over everything in this regard, but, I'll give you a quick brief summary. What are men's kind of red pill truths? Well, one, family court, alimony, child support, when judges take it too far, because there are cases of them doing it where they go way, way over the state's legal maximum for some darn reason, which is actually illegal in and of itself when you really think about it. But, from there, there's also child support, prison sentences. I could go over that. All over that and, beat it to death with a horse, but I'm not going to do that. Now, as for what is a truth that is affecting women, the thing that's actually really sad right now is that women have lost their choices in life. Now, I could already hear some people saying, "What do you mean, Ghost Hunter, they've lost their choices? If they want to be a stay-at-home mom, they can. If they want to go to work, they can. They've been set free." No, they haven't. Free is the choice of choosing to do one or the other, and most days most women cannot, or they are shamed for it. Shame, 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 shame. Shame on you for being a lazy woman who can't put on her high heels, walk into the office, and just strut all over everybody. And you're stepping all over the faces of the men who are your boss or will be your boss, and you need to go there, girl power, kick butt, and take names. And, that's the mantra nowadays. If you want, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, oh my gosh, girl, you're a wannabe trad wife. Oh, you're pushing women back, you're setting women back. You're setting a bad example for the girls who need the confidence to go out and do things. Women are shamed for that. And I could already say there's some people's like, "Oh well, Ghost Hunter's pumping is flatulating smoke out his butt because he doesn't know the historical truth about women." Okay, let me give you an anecdote from my personal life. My grandmother on my father's side was a real estate agent until she retired. And this woman was born before World War II, mind you. Along with my dad's father, they were both born before World War II, along with my mother's parents. And, my grandfather, who was my dad's father, he was a bus driver, blah, 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 blah. They all did their different things. As for my mother's father, he was a lawyer, and he was also a finance guy. If my grandmother on my mom's side didn't want to work, guess what? She didn't have to, because he was a lawyer. He was a lawyer, and he also did finance on the side as well. She didn't have to work. She got a job later on in life a little bit, yeah. But, that's what she did. That's what they chose. Women had a choice. Nowadays, they don't have a choice. And if their choice is not in line with what a lot of women think and believe, guess what? You get shamed for that. How dare you set women back, basically. And it's called, why should they be shamed for their own choices? Can anyone explain that to me in any good manner, reason, however you want to phrase that. Why should a woman be shamed for her choices when women were set free to make their own choices? Doesn't make much sense to me, but what do I know? I'm an idiota, see. But in any case, in any point, let's move on from that, and then let's talk about MGTOW, and then we'll get to the MRM a little bit later. But for the MGTOW, one of the two biggest critiques that I can hear is, one, people are not having their own original ideas. And when I say they're not having their own original ideas, I mean that a lot of people who spit out red pill philosophy are just people who regurgitating what the original people who were talking about MGTOW were basically saying. I mean, they've had no new ideas. I mean, one of the newest ideas I've heard in a minute, aside from no hymen, no diamond, is actually go live your life. Don't just quit on everything because of what happened to everybody else. Go live a little bit. Live your life how you want to. Don't let somebody else tell you how to live your life, basically. And you know what? I agree with that. And that came from originally Tribe Report and then later Legion of Men, from what Bo and Sophie were saying. So, it's still the same thing. That's one of the original ideas. Now I can start hearing some people saying, Ghost Hunter, what are some of your original ideas? One is that if you're going to really take the red pill, sit back and consider everything you know, everything you hear, and think about it and say, does this make sense? And then, if you want to go down the rabbit hole a little more, go listen to Alex Jones and listen to what he says. Kind of filter out some of the more crazier stuff, but listen to what he says and think about it. Like, would a government, what things wouldn't a government hide from its people, especially if they're afraid of what the people might do or react if they learned a certain piece of information? Think about that one for a darn minute. Now, from here, let's talk about, another bad thing is letting bad actors on shows. Fresh and Fit brought on a guy who was a legit rapist, and he talked about raping white women, and that's literally something he sat there and brought on air, and Fresh and Fit didn't say a darn thing to the guy. They just let him go on, and it really damaged their credibility. And Fresh and Fit's better points was when they were talking about how a guy who lives in his mom's basement, smokes marijuana, and plays video games all day deserves a bad A woman with a heart of gold, basically. One of the women sits there and says, you're delusional because no woman would ever date that guy. And it's like, oh, and then one of the women is there is like, I really, has that look on her face and says, I really wish you wouldn't say anything because you just validated everything you just said, basically. That's one of their better good clips, but it's not their best clip from what I've seen. Now, as for the MRM, they're fighting the good fight, but, they need to be more aggressive about it. Find ways to bring in more, if you will. And, some of the members will say we're fine with everything we have, but, in some cases, I don't think it's enough. But in any case, like, subscribe, bang the bell, and I will see everybody in the next video.